Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. I am going to do another free reading at 8,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment. I will give out 2 free readings then. Today, we're going to ask, what do you need to know about the next 7 days? The next 7 days. So we've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Let's get started. So my gorgeous angels, time for pile number 1. So pile number 1, my gorgeous angels, what do you guys need to know about the next 7 days? The next 7 days. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're pulled to this reading is the one that is when it is right to you. But I see, walking away from something. What you're walking away from is actually something that's going to lead you towards something that you want to manifest. And what, for most of you, that is going to be love, but for others, you will be manifesting some kind of partnership. 10 of Cups. This will be a very happy, successful love and partnership, but I'm getting that you had to walk away from what was not working for you to get this. But it's like, it may take a moment to fully manifest this, but you are walking away from what doesn't fulfill you is walking you in the direction of really strong partnerships and really a lot of happiness. So don't be afraid to walk away. 9 of Pentacles. It seems that you are walking away, finding independence of some sort. Just know that this action of walking away, even if you don't immediately, even if somebody doesn't immediately get right in front of you, what you are walking away, you're moving, especially for your own self-worth, you're moving into real happiness. So, congratulations. Next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 1, 6 of Cups. Is there going to be somebody coming from the past? Well, this was also like the 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I don't know. Are you walking away from a past situation? I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for friends or possibly family. You might be, while you're walking away from something unfulfilling, you might be making some time for people who, really love and care for you, which is good and healthy. Yeah. Are you making an offer? Somebody making it? I feel like you're taking action towards love and happiness. And I had 3 cards just pop out. I have the Tower, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Ooh, there's another hidden card. The 6 of Pentacles is in there. Should I take this? I'm actually getting, I usually don't take reverses, but in this case I am getting to take this in reverse. I'm getting that something fell apart because there was not equal giving. Because there was not a necessary generosity. This might have been with somebody that, yeah, some of you may be leaving a relationship. With the King of Swords or the King of Pentacles, Earth or Air sign, most likely. What do you need to know about this 10 of Wands? Letting go because it no longer fulfills. So a lot of you, something fell apart because there wasn't balance or fairness. But you're being able to let it go. That you letting it go is bringing you towards, and maybe not all of you are leaving somebody behind, but for a good deal of you, you may be leaving somebody behind that was not generous to you. And just know that it's like I'm getting a lot of moving on and forward energy that is moving you in the direction of long-term happiness. So I understand that at the moment you might just be having to walk forward without seeing what would be in front of you. But it seems to be the right direction, especially since you're making these choices. I was about to reference the Nine of Pentacles yet again, and it comes out a second time, because you are choosing yourself and your happiness. 555 was on the counter as I say that. You're going to get a brand new beginning. You're going to get a beginning that is an appropriate for you. You're showing that you have this value in yourself, and you are going to get a tangible offer of value. I'm not sure if you're going to get that tangible offer of value in this week, in this next 7 days, but it's like it's all bringing you in the right direction. So next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 1, walk your truth. If you are not walking away from a romance or something emotional, you might just be walking away from other situation in which you weren't being treated fairly, whether it is, financial or friendship, but you're choosing yourself and walking away from what doesn't fulfill you, releasing. It's like you got to release what's not going to take care of you so that you have this ability to walk forward in the truth. So actually I wanted to pull from this deck, so forgive me. So next 7 days for the gorgeous pile 1. Yeah, you're really doing a lot. This is second. I mean, it can be showing actions, showing that you care with your actions, but it's also, all nights are about movement, emotion. So it's like you're moving forward emotionally. I even really quickly saw a flash of the Ace of Cups here. So I feel like this next 7 days is giving you an ability to move forward emotionally so you can have new beginnings that are up to what you deserve. Justice. Yeah, justice, balance. Things were not balanced. Feel like you moving away is moving you towards reciprocity and, happiness. So walk your truth. Don't feel bad about making moves forward for your fairness. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have fairness? I feel like you have been dealing with lack and not having your needs met. When ultimately you are going to be moving into, this is potentially marriage cards, this is a potentially marriage card, this is a potentially marriage card. I'm not saying that you're going to move directly into marriage, but for some of you, you're going to find moving away from what's not taking care of you, people who aren't taking care of you, situations that aren't taking care of you, ultimately it is going to bring you to more stability. So I feel like even if you're feeling some kind of loss right now, even though you may be walking into the dark, not knowing what's in front of you, what you're walking into is just better things for you. It's walking your truth. Ace of Swords, new beginning. New beginning in clarity, new beginning in honesty, and fairness too. Ace of Swords, truth, communication, fairness. So, even holding the sword right there. Next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 1. Next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 1. As I drop things, as I always do. So the first one I pulled was achieve one thing that moves you towards a goal every day. It can be small, it all counts. Yeah, because you're going to, like, you're moving towards an end goal. I'm not seeing, like, there's an ability for a new beginning, but it's like your end goal might be a little bit off in manifestation, but, like, everything you do towards that, even releasing the things that aren't that, is getting you towards your goal. Be weighed down by nothing. Again, letting go, walking away from what's emotionally unfulfilling, letting, with that 10 of Wands, also letting go of burdens, things that no longer serve you. Be weighed down by nothing. Let lightness of life be your motto. Because at that point, you are really going to have a new beginning, and you're going to be moving towards reciprocity, towards contentment, towards getting a stable new beginning that you deserve. So I feel like right now, for most of you, you're making the necessary decisions to get what you want and, you know, what you actually deserve. So I've got O. I've got the mask. I don't know if you've been dealing with somebody who hasn't been honest, or maybe you haven't really been showing. I mean, some of you may have been hiding who you are, or maybe you're just hiding what your needs are because they're not being met. You could, but there is some kind of mask here. I've also got believe, and with the 8 of, it's like going into the unknown. I feel like you need to know that, you know, your truth is going to push you forward. So I feel like that inner belief is going to help you, and the inner wisdom you have, I feel like there's a need, especially with all these cups and the heart, their little Yoda in it, there's a need to recognize that we manifest a lot with our emotions too. That ultimately, sorry, a little bit of a flickering light happens around me a lot. I got a little off track, so forgive me. But just know that you walking away from things that are difficult, that are not particular, you know, like, you're going to have a new beginning here. A new beginning on truth, a new beginning in honesty. And I feel like between, you know, knowing what you want and releasing what isn't giving you what you want, you're making the steps to get there. And I appreciate you. Congratulations. And let's move on to our gorgeous pile number 2. Pile number 2, my gorgeous angels. Next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 2. Next 7 days for, as we throw everything everywhere. Whoa, interesting. First card that comes out is the Empress, and then the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands comes out together. Are those both representing you, or I'm going to get a little bit of clarity on that in a second. Ace of Wands. You certainly might have the start of something new with somebody. I've got the Queen, of course, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. The Empress is, of course, well, it's like this is often highly desirable. sometimes considered the mother figure. The Queen of Pentacles is often considered the wife. And there's the King of Wands, the King of Passion. Clarity on the Empress, because the Empress is the embodiment of all the Queens, Two of Pentacles. This is not necessarily for all of you, but some of you, there may be some kind of juggling of people. I feel like I don't know if there's, because we've got two very earthy characters here. We've got the Two of Wands, we've got an Ace of Wands, which can be a lot of sexual energy, and the King of Wands. So, I mean, for some of you, there could be some kind of third-party situation here. Otherwise, if this does not resonate with you at all, there may be an ability to really be your best self, but there's a need to balance practicality right now. Five of Cups. Do you have some regrets regarding somebody? Because I've got also, there's the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups in that Five of Cups. Like, there's regret, but there's also, you know, paying attention to the wrong things. This is, if this really doesn't feel like you're reading, but I'm getting a lot of third-party vibes here. So, if this doesn't feel like you, feel free to choose another one of the readings. Clarity on the Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, emotionally walking away. Yeah. Feel like there is some kind of imbalance. There's some kind of maybe regret or lack of prioritization, and there's some walking away from something that's unfulfilling. I don't know if you're walking away from something unfulfilling, or maybe somebody else dealing with the same person is walking away because it's unfulfilling. But it's also not completely balanced for you. Clarity on the Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Well, I'm not always using Three of Pentacles as a third party card, but there's several parties here. There's Ace of Wands, and there's a bunch of Pentacles on the board. I mean, there could be maybe an ability to start a foundation, but I feel like there's one person here who's maybe dealing with too many people. And I feel like for somebody in this situation, because somebody else is walking away, there might be an ability for there to be a new start, but I'm wondering how steady that start is really going to be. Because next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 2. Knight of Pentacles. There absolutely could be some kind of offer to move forward by a King of Wands. But the King of Wands, you know, something fell down. There might be, you know, like, I don't know if I would trust this King of Wands. It's like this person might give an offer, but maybe only because somebody else walked away. And that other person walked away because their needs were really not getting met. And it hasn't been balanced for you either. Or it just seems, again, if there's, if this doesn't feel like you're reading, feel free, just pick another one, it's fine. But I feel like there's a need to make a decision on how to move forward. And I almost feel like there might be an offer given, but I'm really not sure if it's worth taking that offer. So, Ace of Wands. Wands. Just know that it may be just very passion-based. There's not really a lot of cups going on here, or any cups going on here. And I do feel like there's going to be an offer of more stability, but I'm not sure about how the motivations of this person should be trusted. Next 7 days, death. Is this person going through a transformation? I feel like you're having an opportunity for some kind of transformation. You're also going to be given an opportunity with this person, but again, I'm really not sure if this person is trustworthy in any way. Because, again, that imbalance, and the Four of Pentacles comes out too. I feel like even if this person comes forward, are they going to meet your needs? Are they going to withhold, but, try to fulfill their desires? But I feel like there's a need to maybe decide whether you want to continue in any kind of cycle with this person. But I've got holding on. I feel like maybe somebody in this situation might be walking away. But it's like, and this person may come in with a lot of energy and a lot of passion, but no cups so far. And it certainly has nothing to do with your own personal value. But I feel like you really need to consider whether this person is like being really withholding or possessive, or just greedy and selfish. Because I'm not sure how balanced things are going to be, and I've got heartache with the Three of Swords, another 3 card. I mean, are you sure that even if this other person does leave the picture, that they're going to just suddenly only choose you? I don't know. It's not because you're not worthy, but I feel like there's death here. There's some kind of potential baked-in ending in this situation. There's this opportunity for transformation. But I really feel like there's somebody that is really not very giving, that doesn't provide a lot of balance in relationships. And I feel like you may need to be careful and protect your heart. You define you. There's nobody else that defines you, whether it is this other situation. And if this is not a romantic situation, this could be somebody that is going to give you an offer of some sort. But I feel like there's somebody in your life that may, that you probably maybe shouldn't trust so much. So make sure that you're getting your worth from yourself. It looks like you do have this so much to give. Consistently seek out your joy. I feel like somebody is going to make you an offer, but it's like, is this offer worth receiving? Because if this isn't romantic, I feel like whatever it is, like there's somebody and you really can't trust their motivations because they're not, they're not making things balance. They're, all about greed themselves, awaken. So this might be some kind of wake up call. You might have some kind of wake up call regarding a person this week or the next 7 days. But ultimately know that, you define you. Nobody gets to define you. Whether somebody approves of you or disapproves of you. Ultimately, you can be a decent person, but you can't make somebody have good taste, So I feel like it's important to just realize, figure out not what the other person wants, but what do you want? And seek out joy. And ultimately know that, really pay attention to whether what you're being offered is worth taking. Bear and the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is, holding on to a burden, maybe holding on to something that you should let go of. The bear has the ability to overcome anything that is in front of it. The Rider is a new beginning. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. Some of you are really going to realize that maybe somebody in your life, you might really start seeing them. You might really start having better vision regarding them. I've got the Door, which is about transition. I've got It's a Boy, which could be somebody that is not particularly mature. It could be somebody, because there was a mother figure here, there could be a child involved. And we've got, that's not for all of you, but I also got connection. Or even since it's the Bow, it could be remembering. I feel like there's some kind of transition from maturity, regarding maybe maturity, or maybe just remembering. But yeah, in this pile, you're definitely dealing with somebody who's a rat. Somebody who's not working towards your interests. Somebody that even if, you might be dealing with somebody who, a lot of you might be dealing with somebody who is a user. And I would really be careful if this is kind of like a new love interest. I'd take anything that they say about the other person with a grain of salt. If this is like a job or I feel like there's a need to know that somebody does not have, somebody's here is being sneaky. Somebody here is not trying to look out for the interests of others. Somebody is being really selfish and withholding, that there are, needs not being met. And there's this shiny new offer and beginning, but I feel like you just need to be really careful. So, interesting. So this is like an L. I know it's hard to wish and sing. Tell me why wish. Do you have a wish for this person? I've also got, because we had the 9 of Cups in the Rider card. The Rider card is a new beginning, a fortuitous new beginning. So the 9 of Cups is traditionally a wish fulfillment card. So I don't know if there's a need for you to start a new beginning for that wish fulfillment. With Sing, clarity on the Sing card, 3 of Cups. Again, another third party potential. I just think that, why is Sing here? I mean, you might be a singer, so there might be singers involved in this. Maybe there are songs that really will speak to you. There's a heart connection. And with Athena, a need for wisdom and strategy. With the Shoe, there's a need to take action, put one step in front of the other. And there is the Sun. The Sun is blessings. The Sun is, you know, a return to innocence and joy. But it's also clarity. And I've got awakening right here. I feel like this next week you might have an awakening regarding somebody. That truthfully, you need to know that anything that you come across, you're going to be able to overcome. But I think that you shouldn't be looking for approval outside yourself. Quite frankly, because maybe somebody you're trying to have some approval of you may not even be worth your approval or respect. So I feel like there's a need to awaken and, you know, start a new journey. And I feel like you're already somebody who's amazing. And you need to make sure that you're entering into something that is balanced and reciprocal. And, you know, just whatever it is, whether it's finance, whether it's love. For a lot of you, it's love. But I feel like a lot of you in that pile might be really getting an awakening regarding somebody you're dealing with. So I hope that helped you. Thank you so much. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 8,000 subscribers. If you do want to contact me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. I do not solicit anybody in the comments. I don't have a WhatsApp, so but just make sure if you want to contact me, you use that email so we can keep our entire community safe from scammers that are going on a lot of channels. I do everything I can to block it, but let's make sure everybody's safe and taken care of. So my gorgeous pile number 3. Pile 3 at 3311. So what advice for the next 7 days? Advice for the next 7 days. Knight of Swords. King of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. I feel like this right now, it's like there may be a need to take action, move forward on things. Make sure that you're being generous, reciprocal. The Hierophant. Now the Hierophant, this could be regarding relationships or commitments. I feel like there's a need to make sure that in very practical ways there is a reciprocation in your relationships. Clarity on there's some kind of action. We've got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Swords is about action. It can be maybe taking some communication action. 10 of Swords. You may have to take action towards somebody you haven't spoken to in a very long time. I mean, obviously, this is only for reciprocation and fairness. So if somebody is truly, you know, don't necessarily brush off every hurtful relationship you've ever had. But I feel like there's been maybe silence for a long time, and there may need to be some practical balancing that needs to happen in some kind of relationship. I feel like there's something else going on with the Hierophant too. It could be and I've got the Fool. I feel like you're being asked to maybe be less rigid and take some kind of risk. Maybe take action to communicate with somebody. Somebody where this would be an act of balancing the scales. Pardon me, dropping things. The Three of Cups came out. Should I take that Three of Cups? I'm not going to take it right now. But this could be somebody who's a friend. For the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days. I've got 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Hierophant. I don't know if this is somebody that you would be really nervous to communicate with. If this is somebody that you might have some regrets regarding. Because there might be some level of heartbreak. With the Hierophant, I don't know if you were very rigid regarding this person. Or maybe this, whether you had a serious commitment or you could have had a serious commitment. I feel like you could have some fear and regrets regarding this. But there's an ability for there to be this new beginning in truth. Advice for the next 7 days. Taking a risk will lead to success. Next advice for the next 7 days regarding pile number 3. I have the Devil and the Moon. Devil is feeling stuck, might even maybe having some actual limitations, especially if they're, you know, and the Moon is also this fear. I feel like you're being asked to face your fear and do what you think is right. Even if on some level you may be being controlled by fear, or you have to work through something that's been unhealthy for you. Clarity on the Devil. 7. I feel like something's gone on a long time. And I feel like for some of you, there might be somebody that you may need to bring some balance to. And it's been a long time coming. Clarity on the Moon. King of Wands. Is this about you taking some kind of action? The King of Wands could be somebody who's a fire sign. Somebody who's maybe very action-oriented. Somebody that might be charismatic, having some kind of leadership potential. And advice for the next 7 days. You are the sun. This all revolves around you. With this all revolving around you, I feel like you need to be aware that the ball's in your court. The action's going to happen with you. And it only feels like this is something that you may already regret, that maybe, you know, like, I feel like if there's anything that you know that you need to set right, this is in your area. Next 7 days for the gorgeous pile number 3, learn to be intuitive. We've also got the moon, and you can navigate that unknown and that fear with intuition. The difference between fear and intuition, which I'm getting a lot of fear here, is fear will bring up that fight or flight response whether or not you're actually experiencing something that's dangerous for you. Versus intuition is a lot more calm and certain, but it's not as loud. So if in order to help you move forward, you may need to trust your intuition, which means you may have to calm your fears enough that you can listen to what you're being asked to do. But I feel like there's just a need to bring some kind of balance. Golden Crown, compassion. I don't know if you're being asked to be really compassionate, or if maybe this is about somebody that's been very compassionate to you. But I believe that there's just there's a focus on you. I feel like it's almost I feel like for most of you it's like if you want this to happen, you have to take action. You like this next step is on you. I've got sadness. And we had regret coming up earlier. And I've got the little egg that's just refusing to leave the eggshell. I feel like you need to make sure that you're, not putting yourself in a position, it's like clarity is going to set you free. And trying to keep yourself in a place of not knowing isn't going to help you at all. I've got the turtle. Again, I feel like this is a long time coming. With the turtle also, there might be a shell. So I don't know if there is some kind of defensiveness going on here, but it's also like there's an ability for longevity. But I feel like there may be something that you need to do that maybe you haven't done because of fear, something that you've regretted not doing. But there's, for the next 7 days, if you want success, even if this isn't a particular person, but maybe you just regret not taking action on something in the past, I feel like you need to be willing to take action on that and know that this is This all revolves around you. And you can be that tortoise that is steadily moving things forward, but tick-tock with the clock. Timing is important here. There's a rebirth and a J. I don't know if a J is your initials, an initial of somebody else. There is some kind of ability for there to be some kind of rebirth, new beginning. There does need to be some paying attention to the bigger picture, learning necessary lessons. I've got the little black heart and the red gem. So like passion, and I feel like you need to be willing. I feel like there needs to be compassion here, and I feel like you do need to be willing to give some priority to your heart space. But I feel like it's like there does need to be, you know, some kind of stability offered, some kind of real, whether it's to a person or whether it's even to just something that you know you need to do. I feel like there's a necessary commitment, and there is a necessary need to take some kind of risk. With, again, the Fool being coming out twice and being at the very beginning of the tarot, the Rider being much more purposeful but moving forward towards success in the Lenormand. I can speak. Yeah, I feel like there is that cloud with the King of Wands. I feel like there is this, and the King of Wands being there before, like, and also the cloud being a lack of clarity, here being a lack of clarity. The way you're going to move forward, you know, you need to be willing to use your intuition, because not everything's going to be super clear to you. But you have this new beginning, you have an ability to have success, you have an ability to bring some kind of balance, maybe write something that at some point, we're not perfect people. But I'm getting that you specifically are being asked to take action on something, and it's really just to bring balance into something, to be in this compassionate space, knowing that, you know, you're manifesting good luck and wish fulfillment to you. And there, you know, this is something that is relatively time sensitive. So I hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 8,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody yet again for getting me to 7,000. I'm so grateful to you all. If you do want to contact me, book a reading, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. I do not solicit people. I'm not going, so if somebody in the comments is trying to get you to email, like if somebody's in the comments trying to get you to do things, it's not me. So I hope that this helps you, and just know that just use that email and we can keep our community safe, because I'm the only one who has access to my own description. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 4s. So pile number 4, my gorgeous angels. Advice for the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days. Ooh, just throwing cards everywhere. I guess you guys have a lot of advice. Strength. So you have 3 major arcanas. Strength was not upside down, but I'm, you know, super dexterous. So, with the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords, I feel like you may be battling some kind of anxiety, fear, constant thoughts. You're in some kind of healing process, and you may feel at this moment that you're not moving things forward. But it's one of those things where this is only a temporary condition. Because I've got the Emperor and the Strength card. Even though maybe you're having to take a break, maybe you're at the moment not being particularly able to, you know, put too much moving forward. What you are is overcoming your own weaknesses. What you are is healing. Clarity on the 9 of Swords. You may have these kind of intrusive thoughts, these fears. Maybe you're having trouble sleeping. But I feel like you need to know that you're building your own stability right now. That even though nothing seems like it's really moving, what you are is building a really strong foundation. Number 4 with the Emperor. So for the next 7 days, I think that there's maybe a need to take the time to heal if you need to heal. Take the time to overcome what you need to overcome. Realize that you are moving away from difficult things. You are moving on to calmer waters. But it just may not seem like you're going too fast. I feel like you're a really powerful person, but there may be a need for you in the next 7 days to slow down just a little bit. Knowing that, you know, you're still going to be able to overcome whatever's in front of you. The Emperor is one of the strongest, most determined cards in the deck. The Strength card literally being the Strength card. The 9 of... I feel like you just need to look at things a little bit differently. Maybe take it a little bit easy. Next 7 days for pile number 4. Next 7 days for pile number 4. Queen of Wands. Are you supposed to be taking action? Or you have an idea? I feel like this might be somebody in your life. I feel like there might be somebody in your life that is taking some kind of action. I don't know if this person is taking action towards you. For some of you, this person is taking action towards you. And I feel like maybe it's this person's turn to take some kind of action towards you. Or clarity on this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, of course, because Spirit has a sense of humor, of course, I pull this Queen of Wands. It's the Queen of Wands. It's the Fire Queen. You know, somebody who has a lot of leadership, somebody who also manifests a lot of things to them, somebody who has a fiery disposition. This is, of course, you know, gender isn't as important, but I feel like this is somebody that is a little bit fiery by nature. So next 7 days. Next 7 days for pile number 4. There can be some ability for there to be Balance. Are you walking away from something emotionally unfulfilling? I feel like there's going to be somebody in your life that's going to come in and offer you some balance. I don't know if this is somebody that you've emotionally walked away from. I don't know if this person has recently emotionally walked away from somebody. This person may have emotionally walked away from somebody. But there's a potential for a burden to be lifted in the next 7 days. Clarity on it's like emotionally walking away and burden being lifted. But there being some kind of balance. Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Wands, I don't know if this is being... no, I feel like stand up for what matters to you. I feel like, I'm seeing a lot of, healing and a need to see things from a different light, but I feel like you do need to stand up for what matters to you. Clarity on the Eight of Cups. King of Pentacles. Is the King of Pentacles walking away from somebody? I just feel like, for the most part, you are just creating a lot of stability for yourself. I feel like somebody's going to come in and offer some kind of generosity or fairness to you. It may be physical, as in, like, there might be actual money. Seven of Cups. Okay, I feel like there's a need to see your options clearly. Oh, and also I pull a 7 and a 7, 2 in a row. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups, and of course the Queen of Wands has come out twice. I mean, it could be not fully seeing something clearly that you emotionally walked away from. Somebody may be offering you a lot of stability. So, you or that person might be in a little bit of a fiery emotional place. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like some of you are really going to get some kind of offer of stability. Advice for the next 7 days. Let go. It's funny because we've got that Eight of Cups and that Eight of Cups, as well as that Six of Swords, and also that really not taking a lot of action right now and then letting go. I don't know if you let go of something. I don't know if what you're let go of might be coming back to you. Just letting you know it might be. Or, you're going through your healing process and it's going to bring you some kind of better new beginning. Advice for the next 7 days. Come on. Advice for the next 7 days. Advice for the next 7 days. Be forever young. Well, that's good advice. We're almost halfway through the year. Check in. Are you happy? I think that there may be a need for you to check in with yourself and see how you're actually feeling, because you've definitely made yourself strong, but I feel like you may really have some anxieties and fears, and you may have really been maybe that has made it a little hard to move forward. With Be Forever Young, I feel like being able to embrace our inner innocence. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. Something, you're going to receive some kind of offer that you're really going to be able to trust and build on. But you're also in a place of letting go and really needing to check in with yourself, really needing to maybe deal with internal things while not necessarily being as action focused at this moment in time. I've also got the Queen of Swords and the Bouquet. I feel like you're bringing in appreciation, because you've already gained a lot of mastery between the Strength card and the Emperor. Home. And we had that 10 of Pentacles that came out too, which can be like a happy home. It can be a legacy. It can be a happy family. I've got J and T coming out. They just come out. I'm going to pull some. I feel like there's some kind of rebirth and new beginning going on. There's also the glow-in-the-dark crystal, so I feel like maybe through this process of letting go, you're going to see something clearly, or maybe like something that hasn't been apparent to you is going to start being apparent to you. I've got the Wonder Woman and the 6. The 6 is about love and balance. Of course, I dropped the Wonder Woman charm and connection. I feel like you're bringing in some kind of significant connection, some kind of beautiful connection. I feel like with the Wonder Woman charm, I feel like there has been a lot of action towards being your best self, towards using all this power and strength that you have for good. And I feel like I should pull one more thing, so let me see. Anything else that the gorgeous and talented Polyflor knows to know? Yeah, again, walking away, letting go. I feel like you're walking away and letting go, and it seems like nothing's happening and you're healing yourself, but really you've just made yourself really strong, and appreciation's coming in for you. That, you know, stability is coming in for you. Offers that are worth your time are coming in towards you. So I feel like and also if you feel like maybe you need to take some time and to be cozy and, you know, if you feel like you need to take time to yourself and maybe just be a homebody, let yourself do that. Because ultimately I'm getting that you've done a lot to make yourself sturdy, stable, really powerful. And a lot of good things are coming to you. But you also might be somebody who's very action-oriented, especially with that Queen of Wands. It could be that you're very used to making things happen in your life, which is a good trait. But I feel like you do need to let yourself have a little bit of rest, and have some faith that some things that are meant to come towards you will. So I hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 8,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. I will be giving away 2 readings. And if you do want to book a reading with me, my email's in the description. I don't solicit people in the comments. I just want to make sure that everybody stays safe, because there are scammers that pose as readers, and while anybody can post a comment and make a dummy account, I'm the only person that has access to my description. So just make sure that you use that email. I check it all the time, and if you do want to book, my emails are around 48 hours out. So thank you again. I really appreciate you.